Frozen is one of the most successful animated movies of all time. So for the first episode of Film Wars, I'm going to be breaking down that movie and we're going to be pitting against each other Anna versus Elsa. Now we're not talking about them actually going at battle because one has a significant advantage than the other. We're just going to be doing a character battle. We're going to be breaking down which is the best character by 5 separate categories. We're going to be going through those categories. We're kicking off with the first category, and that is story. Now let's kick off the story round with Elsa. Now warnings, there is going to be spoilers throughout this entire video, and if you have not seen it, you definitely don't want to be talking about the story bit, because this is pretty straightforward for Elsa's character. She is born with these powers and she accidentally uses them against her sister at a very young age. She then tries to conceal them until she accidentally uses them at a coronation as a queen. She runs away from Arendelle and lives up in an ice snow castle that she made until she gets captured and brought back to be executed. Now that's fairly straightforward, whereas Anna, she goes through a hell of a lot of stuff. Obviously, she falls in love with Hans, but then has to leave Hans to go and find her sister, where she bumps into wolves, she bumps into Olaf, Kristoff, Sven. She finds her sister. She then gets chased out by an ice monster. She gets poisoned by her sister. She comes back to find Hans to get cured by true love's kiss, an act of true love. Finds out that Hans doesn't love her at all and just wants power over Arendelle. She leaves her to die. She escapes and goes and saves her sister from dying, freezing herself, getting saved by her sister Elsa, then kicking out Hans and finding love with Kristoff. Now that's a lot more than Elsa's story is. She goes through a lot more stuff throughout this entire movie than Elsa ever does. And even when Elsa comes back to Arendelle, which is the big point of this entire movie, she gets captured and brought back. She doesn't decide that I need to step up as the queen of this city or the town. She gets captured and was going to get killed until her sister Anna saves her. And for that reason, I'm going to give round 1 to Anna. Moving on to round 2, we're going to be talking about songs. We all know musical numbers are a huge part in any Disney animated film. Now let's break down the song list of each of these characters. Anna, who is voiced by Kristen Bell, has Do You Want to Build a Snowman, For the First Time in Forever, and Love is an Open Door. These are 3 fantastic songs sung tremendously well by the actress. Now, other side we have Elsa, voiced by Idina Menzel, the wickedly talented. She has For the First Time in Forever as well as Let It Go. Now, personally, I don't think Let It Go is the best song of the Frozen movie, but it is definitely the most popular and one of the most popular songs in general of that year. Whereas the other 3 songs aren't as well known by Anna, and for that reason, I'm going to give the point to Elsa. Moving on to round 3, we're going to be doing the category Friends. Now, if you're not sure what I mean, this is the characters that these specific characters, Anna and Elsa, brought into the movie. Someone they brought forward that makes the movie better, worse, whatever it may be, that had an effect because of that character. We look at Elsa, and she really didn't bring a lot of characters into this movie because she was kind of alone in the castle throughout the movie. She only had really the ice monster that was brought in, and she accidentally made Olaf, who she didn't really know existed for most of this film. Whereas Anna, she was the one that discovers Olaf, but then she also brings in Kristoff, Sven, and Hans. Now these are 3 characters that are also great for different reasons. Kristoff is obviously the later love interest. Hans is the first love interest that makes a big bad guy turn, and then Sven is a lovely character as well. So I definitely got to give the point for this one to Anna. Round 4, I'm going to be calling this round Icon. Now, if you want to know what I mean by icon, it doesn't just mean iconic moments, but how much of an icon she became after the movie and how much impact she had in the general pop culture. Anna, unfortunately, didn't have a lot of success outside of just being part of Frozen. She's just an everyday girl. She had some fun moments in there being clumsy or funny, as well as saving her sister. They were all big moments, but never really turned herself into a larger-than-life character. Whereas her sister, Elsa, in pop culture became huge. Whether it was just because of the song Let It Go that became ginormous, or whether it was her hair with her dress and her ice powers, she definitely etched herself a role in pop culture, and that's why I'm going to give Icon the point to Elsa. tied up 2-2. We're going to go into the fifth and final round, and that is personality. I think the best way to end this isn't necessarily by anything they did or sung or whatever in the movie. It's just about who they are and what we saw on screen. For me, Elsa was just kind of not a bland character, but she was very down on her luck. She was an introvert. She didn't really leave the castle for most of the movie. She had a couple of banger songs, but she was all about herself, even to the point where her sister had to die before she really clicked that these powers aren't necessarily all bad. Her personality was very introverted, and she didn't really find happiness until the very end of the movie, when she let Winter back in. She got rid of Winter and let it all back into the world and embraced it all. Whereas Anna, I think, is so underrated. I think she is such a great character, and I think she's the best character in Frozen. Hint, hint, where this game and this point is going. She's funny. She has a great personality. She has charisma that I don't really see out of Elsa. And she has some great, funny, hilarious moments throughout the film. She's very clumsy, which I think is kind of relatable. I just think, although Elsa became this big, larger-than-life character because of her powers and her singing, I think Elsa is straight up the better character. That's why I'm going to give the personality point to Anna. And there it is, guys. The winner of the Anna versus Elsa challenge is Anna. I definitely made this video because Elsa's the more popular character. For the most people that haven't seen Frozen, they probably know Elsa. They're like, oh yeah, Elsa. If you said Anna, they might not know. And that's what kind of annoyed me, why I wanted to make this video, because I watched Frozen 2, and we did not count Frozen 2 in this video. But I was like, she's the better character. And it kind of annoyed me that the sister battle was kind of leaning towards Elsa. So I wanted to turn the tables. Let me know what you think, guys. This is very much a video because of Frozen 2. Just came out, and I didn't do a video on. I did a review on IG. You can check that out right here. Bang. Ace Davies, the same name as the channel. Make sure you do follow me for all my content on Instagram now. But I wanted to make the video, just kind of put it out there that, you know what? Anna's a damn good character. Kristen Bell kills it. So does Idina Menzel. And so does Josh Gad. The whole cast is phenomenal. Olaf, Kristoff, everyone is awesome. But just have to give my props to Anna because I really enjoyed it, especially the first one in general. That movie is, I think, amazing. I think it got overrated because people started playing it and playing it and playing it, especially little kids, and everyone got sick of it. I think it's a damn good movie and definitely recommend you watching. Now, if you've never seen me before, make sure you just press that subscribe button, thumbs it up, all that good shit. Comment below, let me know what you ever thought of the video. What do you think? Who's the better character? Who do you think would win if you did your Film Wars? Let me know below if you like the Film Wars genre. This is the first video I've done. I want to pin together some movies. It's something that I've been brewing in my head for years that never really did until now. As well as next week, I'm going to be doing a Christmas video, and then the week after that will be Christmas on a Wednesday, but I've got one dropping that I'll film a couple days before. That is a lot of blabbering. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do subscribe, as I said before. But of course, guys, have a good one.